Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Samantha and I'm back with another episode of Spill the Tea. So if you are a new viewer, welcome. I film videos on life, fashion, travel, luxury, and a whole lot of fun. So if you're into those topics, do hit the subscribe button below so you get to see the rest of my videos. And if you're new here, you might be wondering, what is Spill the Tea? It's basically a series that I've just started this year where I do my makeup, so you get to get ready with me while I just chat casually about a topic. And the topics are not completely random, it's very relatable to my life, and so I've really just enjoyed doing these sit down, get ready with me videos instead of really formal ones or like really put together ones, because I really enjoy just chatting about life with all of you. So in today's Spill the Tea, we are going to be talking about friendships in your late 20s, early 30s. Actually, most recently, I surprised my bridesmaids with a bridesmaids proposal, and that also kind of got me thinking about all the people in my life and how that has kind of changed from my university days in my early 20s to, now, like at the tail end of my 20s. So I figured what better time to talk about it than in an episode of Spill the Tea. I recently dyed my hair red for fun. It's sort of fading now into like an auburn brown, which I kind of like actually a lot more than the like purple red that it was before. So I'm using the Estee Lauder Futurist Aqua Brilliance Primer. I use this in all of my Spill the Tea episodes. Honestly, there's only been like what, 3 episodes, so nothing new, but I really like this primer because it's very lightweight and it's really good on sensitive skin like my skin, super sensitive, and it keeps the makeup on for hours. So I'm using of course the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, favorite foundation. This and Dermablend, just magical. It's like you don't need a lot of foundation, which is great. If you've ever done those personality quizzes, there is a very popular one in psychology called the MBTI personality quiz, and it is very accurate. So I took the test like maybe a year ago, and my personality is ENFJ. Let me know in the comments what your personality types are. But yeah, so I'm an ENFJ, although I do agree that I'm mostly extroverted. That might have changed a little bit after the pandemic because I am more of a homebody and I'm a lot more careful with how I spend my time and who I spend my time with. Whereas in university I was like, having the time of my life, bouncing around parties. I get a lot of energy from people and I got a lot of energy from parties. So now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. My shade is in number 1 Fair. And if you haven't tried this before, it's a really good powder. It's very lightweight and it does what it says it will do. It like makes your skin look flawless. You use the Dermablend Compact Setting Powder. Don't know if I'm using this right. I don't use it to set my makeup, but I do use it underneath my eyes to brighten it up a little bit. In university, or like in my early 20s, I feel like I had a lot of friends and a lot of acquaintances, and also that might also be because when you're in your early 20s, you're having a lot of fun, you're meeting a lot of people, you're most likely single, and you're just like kind of trying to find your place in the world. And that was where I was at in terms of like my career and my social life. And so there were a lot of people that I knew and a lot of acquaintances. And I feel like a lot of you can resonate with that as well, because as I got older, my friendships social circle just like started shrinking continuously through the years. And I've had conversations about this with friends as well as family, and it's like it's normal. Like there's no way you can have like deep friendships that last a long time with like 100 people. So if you have maybe like 3 to 5 really good friends, I honestly think that that's a win. Again, the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm face palette. It's like you have a highlighter, blush, as well as contour. I think like it's totally normal for friendships to evolve and change over the course of your life, because I do believe that you meet certain people during certain parts of your life for a reason, and sometimes that reason ends at a certain period of time. I've definitely had friends that I've lost touch with that I was very, very, very close to in my early 20s, and you know, those just dissipated and everyone kind of found different interests and like different friend groups that they feel more connected with or have more in common, or you just have a falling out, right? It can be really painful depending on like how close your friendships were. Like in my case, like it was quite sad that some friendships just like ended, but at the end of the day, I think it's really important to remember that you can't really force someone to be your friend or to stay in your life, and things change, like people change and people evolve, and with that, just like naturally your friend group and the people you want to spend more time with also changes. I really want to show you this new cheek tint that I picked up at Sephora. It is Tarte. The shade is Exposed, and I've been really into blushes lately, and this is by far one of my favorites. So it is a roll-on cheek tint. This shade, there's different shades, but this one I think provides a really nice sun-kissed glow, which I see myself using a lot, especially in the summer. So pretty, and it's so natural. It's just a really nice rosy glow. Is that, you know, as you grow, you just have different priorities in life, and like I recently got married a few months ago, and already I feel like, you know, I just personally want to spend more time with family, and I think a lot of people feel the same way too, especially after the pandemic. Like you begin to really realize how short, well, I began to realize how short my emotional like fuse and bandwidth was, and I just wanted to use that for the people that really mattered. You just connect with people on a different level during certain parts of your life, and when I have kids, I feel like I might lose some friendships, or I might just not be as close to some people anymore who don't really understand what it's like to be a mom. Vice versa. Like on the topic of lost friendships, I really want to hear, you know, what do you think? Like, have you ever lost a really like close friendship? Do you know why it ended? And like, how do you kind of deal with that falling out? It can be, it's painful, right? And I've experienced it as well, but I would love to know what your experiences are. Do let me know in the comments down. This is the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette by Charlotte Tilbury. As you can see, the very natural tones, like the browns, are almost all done because that's the ones I use the most. Extra shadowing before I put liquid eyeliner. Oh my god, that scared me. That was the robot vacuum. And then as usual from the past 2 episodes of Spill the Tea, I get really quiet when I do my eyeliner. I'm using the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner, and I get really quiet because this is very difficult to do when you're multitasking. I really like doing my own makeup. I did my own makeup for our legal wedding last year, and I'm going to be doing my own makeup for our wedding next year. And I just like it. I just don't like not knowing or having someone layer on a lot of makeup on me. And I feel like in terms of a sense of control, I like being able to do my own makeup on my wedding day, because I feel like at least I know that I will look like myself and just be comfortable with the products that's being used in my face. But yeah, back to the topic of friendships. I think it's just a normal part of life, you know? Like, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you might not be another person's cup of tea, I've definitely been there. And it took a while for me to come to a point where I feel like, you know what, it's okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's totally fine. But I think that's also something that comes with age, right? Like the older you get, most people, or like some people, just probably, I think it's normal. You just become more confident, more comfortable in who you are as a person, and you're just okay with people not liking you anymore. And I think in doing so, you naturally kind of filter out your people and people who are not your people. I'm debating between these two shades. One is a red and then one is a pink. I'm gonna go with pink today because it's spring and I feel rosy. I did a review of Romand. This is a Korean brand that's very popular in Korea. And so if you wanted to watch that, I'll link it up above as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Spill the Tea. You can find me all over the socials. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, my blog, and of course this YouTube channel. I film videos every single week. Thank you all so much. I appreciate the support and love you all. Mwah. Bye.